Christy, Trent, if there's one thing I think we can all agree on, we're ready to slam the book of 2022 closed. I mean, Chapter 1 didn't start out on a great note. Tornadoes across southwest Florida. Remember this? The Iona tornado, an EF2 tornado that moved through, which is kind of rare. But we had a total of 6 tornadoes with this event all across southwest Florida. Fortunately, we got a break, though, from the tornadoes as we got into the second month, Chapter 2, February. But this is when the heat started picking up. And remember heat, because this is going to be a recurring theme. The 10th warmest February of all time. Now, this is when we were getting into our dry season, and March decided to kick in with some warm temperatures as well. The second warmest March on record. All of this combined with dry weather, low humidity, and winds, you guessed it, we were entering right into our fire season. We were really waiting for May to get around the corner because that's when we usually start seeing our rain start to fall. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot in April, but we did get this in April, a quick tornado. This one not too far from where that Iona tornado was, the EF2. This one was an EF0 in April, but still definitely a scary scene for the folks over near Gladiolus Drive. This is what they saw coming towards their backyards. It was definitely reminiscent of the chapter called January. But then as we got towards the spring months and into May, that's when the skies decided to open up. Yes, 8.67 inches of rain, making it the 4th wettest May of all time. But it also came with a scary moment over on Fort Myers Beach. These beachgoers got caught off guard when a water spout came on land as a quick, brief tornado. Now, as we get to the end of May, beginning of June, we know what it means. The start of the hurricane season. Of course, when we think of this year, we think of Hurricane Ian. But there actually was a system way before, the first system of the season. Remember potential tropical cyclone 1 that came to southwest Florida? It was kind of a scary start to our season. Fortunately, it was mainly just a rain event. But as we got through the rest of the month of June, we did have, yes, another tornado. This one was a little bit later in the month. This was in Rotunda, a very brief one, an EF0 that moved through. Things really started to quieten down, though, as we got into the deepest summer, but the heat kicked up, and this is what really prepped us for the end of hurricane season. Third warmest July, and then August came in as the warmest of all time, average at 85.2 degrees. But it also came with this, a quick water spout that came on land over in North Naples, and it was also rain-wrapped. Now, as we get into the month of September, we know this was the hardest month for us, especially at the end. It's a time that we're all going to remember. The day Southwest Florida forever changed. I do want to warn you that some of the video I'm about to show you might be a little triggering, so just beware. But I want you to take a look and remember what was and where we are now. This is what we woke up to. Our community ripped to pieces, loved ones lost, our homes destroyed. But we came together as a community. And the next month, October, we really started to get really calm weather. In fact, October was a quiet month for us, and we were able to take the pieces, pick them up, and start to build back. And then we started seeing things like this open. And this is something we're going to continue to see more and more as we get into 2023. But fortunately, we were trying to get as much power back on as we got into the month of November, because November came back with heat, 3rd warmest November on record. And then we also had another scare with what was Hurricane Nicole, but luckily for us, it was just a tropical storm and it was far to the north. That became the latest a hurricane has ever made landfall on the east coast of Florida. We finally said goodbye to the hurricane season. We were glad to do so. And then December was kind of odd. Warm, cold, but definitely cold as we got into Christmas. The second coldest high for here in Fort Myers, Punta Gorda, Naples, the coldest ever in recorded history. But you know the note it was going to end on, heat. That's right, a very warm day today and a warm year overall. In fact, we just recorded the warmest year in all of records at 77.6 degrees. If there's anything we've learned from 2022, it's that weather will throw us curveballs. But we here at NBC2, your first alert weather team, we're here to forecast those curveballs so you do not get caught off guard. We're going to continue to do so as we go into 2023. We wish you guys a happy and safe new year, and hopefully some calmer weather as we get into new year. We'll be here for you as we continue to rebuild back our community. Now stick around because I have a look at what 2023 looks like coming up here, my first alert forecast.